This is First Coast Math Clinic with lesson number 2, calculating percents using proportions from Unit 5 percents. So the goal in this video is to use proportions to calculate percents. In the previous unit, we talked about proportions, working with proportions, and solving proportions. In the last video, we talked about percents, converting basically what is a percent. In this video, we're going to use proportions to calculate percents. And the way we're going to set up our proportion is we've got our percent out of 100. We know any percent is a value out of 100 equals our part out of our whole. All right, so these are the ratios we're setting. Percent out of 100 equals part out of a whole. And our example is going to be, we want to find 20% of 60. So we've got our percent, our part, and our whole. So the percent right off the bat, so that's going to be pretty easy to find. We know our percent here is going to be 20. All right, so we just look for our percent sign, so that's going to be 20. Our part, we're going to look for the word is. Our whole, we're going to look for the word of. Okay, so in my problem, I see of 60. So 60 is going to be my whole. So that's going to be my denominator. Well, I don't see any part, any is, so that's going to be my unknown, my x, right? So let's substitute our values into our proportion. All right, so our part, that's going to be our x. Our 20 is our percent. And our whole, that's 60. So let's write out our proportion. We've got 20 over 100 equals our part x out of our whole 60. Now if we want to make this a little bit easier, we can simplify the 20 over 100. We can cancel out the 0 and the 0. We've got 2 out of 10. So 2 over 10. We know we could break that up into like 2 times 1 and 2 times 5. The 2's cancel out. So this is just 1 over 5 equals x over 60. All right, then we can cross multiply. So I'll do the rest of the work up here. So we're multiplying 1 times 60. So we're going to get 60. Bring down the equal sign, x times 5. We get 5x. We're going to divide by 5 and divide by 5. 5 cancel out on the right, and we get x equals 12. So 20% of 60 is 12. All right, let's do some more examples where we use proportions to calculate percents. So number 1, find 12% of 50. So our percent, that's going to be 12. Our part, remember we're looking for is. We don't have any is here, so that's going to be x. Our whole, we're looking for of. Well, we have of 50, so that's going to be 50. So we'll have 12 out of 100 equals our part x out of 50. So let's cross multiply, bring down our equal sign, cross multiply. So x times 100, so I get 100x. And then 12 times 50 gives me 600. Then divide by 100 and 100. And I get x equals 6. So 12% of 50 is 6. Right, number 2, we're finding 30% of 120. So our percent, again, is 30. Our part, we have no is, right? No word is, so that's going to be our unknown. Whole, we're looking for of, so of 120. So let's fill in our values. So we've got 30%, so 30 out of 100 equals our part x out of our whole 120. So cancel out the zeros. So 3 over 10 equals x over 120. Now we can cross multiply. 3 times 120 Bring down the equals. X times 10. 3 times 120 is 360 equals 10x, divide by 10, divide by 10, and x is going to be 36. So 30% of 120 is 36. Let's do one more example. Number 3, find 22% of 68. So our percent again is 22%. Part, remember that's the word is that we're looking for. That's going to be our x. Our whole is 68. So we want 22 out of 100 equals x over 68. So we'll cross multiply. 22 times 68. Bring down the equal sign. X times 100. So we get 100 x equals and divide by 100, divide by 100, and we get 14.96. So 22% of 68 is 14.96. Okay, so these were 3 examples using percents or using proportions to calculate percents. Hope you guys are liking these videos. If you like this video, if this video helped out, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. First Coast Math Clinic.